Select here. So I have selected one form, and I'll try to submit access request. What will happen? We'll check. Okay, so something like you can select one form the same way. I have a form for Active Directory also. Let me open this Active Directory application. Go to Configuration Provisioning Policies. Here we have a form. So, because of that, each and every time, whenever I'm going to submit any access request, the form will be populated. So this is the form. So let me submit an access request. So it will ask the form will be generated. Quickly let me show. So let me select this user. Let me select one entitlement groups from Active Directory application. Click on Next. Click on Submit. So the moment I am going to click on Submit, one form will be generated. You can compare both the forms. So usually we'll call them as provisioning policy in Sailpoint. But practically those are called form. Here you can click on Complete Form. So here you can check. I'll try to confirmation. So here you have request information. Here you can check. Object, type, account DN SAM, account name, user details are there, right, you can check. Object type. Where is the object type? Here you can select object type, user or contact. Something are there? Object, type the same user details, account. Here you can see account. Are there? User details are there? General and general. First name, last name. Description is there in general. First name, last name and description is there. So something like, you can create one form and you can assign into the application, which means whenever we are going to submit any access request based on the operation create, modify, delete. If you are selecting those forms into the application, it will be populated something like that. The user has to provide these details. Okay. So what is the necessity of this having form? So I have an attribute called first name, last name description, so I can capture this information from access request directly itself, but I don't have attribute for dialing access. I don't have access for verify caller ID. I don't know what is the callback number. So if you want to store some more information to the target application, so what will you do? You will generate these kind of form. User has to provide this value so that you can store this value. That's the purpose. Is it clear, but patient drama? Yes. Yes. Okay. So some form will be generated, and you can store some value. So that's the purpose. So same, each and everything will be there. Here you can check Exchange in the Exchange. We have 4 things: Exchange Mailbox, Store, Exchange Alias. Exactly, it will be there. So Exchange Alias each and everything will be there for Skype for Business. They are looking for some more info from the user. So they have to provide. So if you want, You can make them as mandatory also. So we'll talk about that, how we can create these kind of forms. So SAP address, SAP domain, SAP address type. You can check your SAP address, SAP domain. Each and everything's are there. Okay, quickly. Let's cover how we can create the form. Okay, so either way, you can create. If you're going to create for any application, then go to Application directly. Application definition. Let me take a backup of this application. I don't have clear any mess with this one. Let me open this Prism application. Go to Configuration Provisioning Policies. So here already have 4. Create an update. So let me open this. So if I'm going to open this form, so first name, last name, login at the state, and account locks, only these many info will be asked. So what I'll do, the moment I'm going to delete anything I have, some form has to be populated. So I'll click on Add Policy. You can create policy form. The form will be generated, something like this. So here you have to mention some form name. Delete form. Something you can provide the form description as well. Add section. So section means here you can check the bigger one. Let me copy paste from this one only. Skype for business. So select the name. Here name you have to mention Skype for business. Click apply. Welcome now here. I'm going to add this SIP domain SIP address. So these are the information I'm looking for from user for this particular application, for Prism application. So select that section now. Click on this plus icon. So here you can add the field. So field name. It's going to SIP address. So these are the field names. So this is going to be the section. Okay, so let me add this field name quickly. SIP address type. Here you can select the data type. Is it going to be string or is it going to be Boolean, Boolean minutes? Kind of checkbox quickly. Let's quickly check Boolean. Click on Apply. To click on Preview Form. You will be able to come to know. So how the form is going to generate something here. You will be able to see SIP address, so you can click checkbox and it will checkbox, which means so we have selected Boolean. That is the reason. Okay, Skype for business. In that I have added one field. Let me add some more field like SIP address. Add another field to select that you can mention the name. So display name also you can mention if you want to add any help. Text means why we are going to add this field. You can help the customer to understand that the customer user. Help the user to SIP address. Required in full format. So something I'm randomly typing. So the same text will be populated over here. Click on Apply. SIP address, address type. Click Apply. Just a minute.